We are streaming. Let's see what it says. Excellent connection.
All right.
Good morning, friends. There we are. There's your video. Just popped up.
Good.
What pencil are we using? Black cherry.
And I only have 3 more left, including the one I'm using. So we definitely got to either order some or go pick some up. I think it might be better to order some.
MT Great says good morning.
Good morning.
Brendan says hi. Gail says good morning from California. Marvelous Music Monday.
Good
How's
morning.
Tears of the Kingdom been so far, Scott?
I'm taking it very slowly. With Breath of the Wild, I was just like, gotta save the princess. And I just, went straight at it and I was all business. And now I am just...
He's
wandering.
Enjoying the game. It's very cute.
So far, so good, though. Though it's you play something like Breath of the Wild and you save the kingdom, and then a new game comes out and it all gets ruined again. And so there's a little bit of disappointment in that. But other than that, I know it's just story, but.
Stupid story. I don't want to save the princess again. I want to do something new.
Yeah. They should let you play as Zelda, at least once.
Okay. So we have a lot of friends here this morning saying good morning. Hi from Florida. Hi from the Philippines.
Hello.
Yep, we have, Marguerite from British Columbia.
Hello, Marguerite from British Columbia.
Wait, from something, I don't know what that means. She's got all these emojis. I don't know. William says, Scott, I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you, William.
Bethany says, hello, my favorite tea and crumpets.
Hello.
I just love that one. Fear My Paintbrush says, morning from Texas, just visited the Dolly Parton pop-up shop in Fort Worth yesterday, so seeing today's stream was a surprise.
Oh, nice.
Hello from India.
Hello.
Charity says, hello everyone, how are you all? Faria says, hi from good evening from Bangladesh. Your videos inspired me a lot.
Oh, thank you. Good evening.
We have a hello from India. We have a good morning. A hello from Sweden and Germany. Vilko says, hello, fun thing happened today because I had an English test and I didn't remember what is a pencil sharpener in English, and then I remember you always shout it. P.S. I'm from Finland.
Oh, that's cute.
You did come downstairs.
Pencil sharpener and blow dryer.
You came downstairs, baby girl. You did. Come on, go lie down. Come over here. Come lie down.
All right, Arwen just came downstairs.
Yeah, someone's been having some... breathing issues.
Yeah, she's having a hard time breathing lately, but...
Okay, lie down. Humidity is kicking her behind. No, you're going to lie down. Lie down right here. Lie down. We're not going outside. No outside.
Sorry, the Dolly Parton's... The main thing about this drawing is going to be her hair. Her face is secondary. So I am just... roughing things out. I hope you all had a good weekend.
Sorry, I had to get it.
And those of you that were able to play Tears of the Kingdom got a chance to enjoy it.
You're funny. Hello from Kurdistan.
Hello.
Any advice for me? I do colored pencils. Love your art and your videos.
No, colored pencils are a good, fun thing to play around with. They're just very expensive, and I think they're okay for a little bit, but I wouldn't, try to make that your main. Again, my opinion as someone who was a professional colored pencil artist, it is not the best medium to make a living with.
Okay, we have friends here from the Netherlands, from France, from South Africa, from India, from Great Britain,
hello.
from Turkey, from Israel, from Nepal, from Denmark, from Oregon. We are doing good, Mavery. Thank you for asking. From Alberta, Canada, Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, Japan.
Wow.
I know, you guys are from everywhere. South Africa, Ecuador. My gosh, the Philippines, Indonesia, Mexico, Sweden. It is 9:05 a.m. where we are. Oh, Anne Marie's here. Hey, Anne Marie.
Hello.
This is an international chat. It is indeed.
Pencil
It is
sharpener.
indeed. They would like you to draw Aurora today or tomorrow. William would like you to.
Oh, I painted Aurora already.
Oh, that's right, you did. I'm buying my first watercolor set tomorrow. I've only used pencils to draw my whole life. That's Cheese Stick.
Oh, that's great.
Good for you.
Good luck.
Trying something new. Ryan says, good morning and rock and roll Dolly Parton.
Good morning.
Lots of people love Dolly Parton. I don't know. I have not met anybody who doesn't like Dolly Parton.
I will say
She's
this.
a
I
legend.
like Dolly Parton as a person and from what I've seen in movies and stuff like that. I'm not really familiar with
Her
most
music.
of her music.
Oh,
And
I love her music. I love her music. Hi from Jamaica. Wow.
Hello.
I started my new art channel. I hope I can inspire others the way you do. That's Draw
Oh,
with
thank
Shaika.
you.
Good morning from Scotland. Hope
Good
you two had a great
morning.
weekend. My Mother's Day was... I typically don't do anything for Mother's Day. Like, I make the boys, they take care of me. I don't cook. I don't do anything. So yesterday, I got my second son home, and I spent the day cleaning his room and tidying everything up. And Scott helped me make a giant 15-quart stock pot full of spaghetti sauce, and my heart is so happy. I have both my boys home, and I could not be happier. So while my day was busy, my God, it was like getting both my kids home was like the best day ever. It was amazing. So thank you for asking. It was great. Just having them home and being together was, oh God. I am now officially the shortest person in the house again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Am I short? Boy, am I short.
Again, has it ever not been that?
Yes, when they were like 9.
Oh, you said again, like as if something changed since the last time they were here, or even while they weren't here.
I feel taller because you're not like 6'5". So I feel tall when I stand next to you. I don't feel short. When I stand next to the two of them, I feel short. I feel so small. When you put me next to a 6'5" child, I look like a midget. I only come up to his armpit. It's really funny. Oh gosh. Oh, Sky has 3 tests tomorrow and feels really stressed. And says, thanks for the live. We're happy
You're going to do
here.
great.
You'll be fine. Alyssa says, I go to art school and you inspire me to practice always.
Oh, fantastic. I hope you're enjoying art school.
Oh, you guys. Oh. LNR Vlogs, whose name is UV, loves your art style.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Bonnie X says, good evening from Egypt. I won my art competition from watching some of your videos. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So great. Well, now that you're asking, it's 9:08 in the morning. We hope you had a good weekend. Potato Llama says, this is my first time stopping by to watch a stream.
Well, thank
Hello
you for
from
stopping
Florida,
by.
love from France. Yeah, we can't do a Hobbit hole tour because the camera is mounted on a tripod.
Pencil sharpener.
So, but you can see there are several videos on the Hobbit hole and the making of the Hobbit hole. So you can look at those and that'll give you a good tour of the Hobbit hole. The way Scott draws hair can only be described as majestic.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever thought of going to a Ren fair and drawing the people there?
I have, and I have done that the last couple of years. The local Ren fair is really nice.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Is it the Middle Tennessee Ren Fair, or is it?
Middle Tennessee Renaissance Festival. That's what it's called.
Okay. I don't know if we're going this year.
Yeah, I don't know if we have time this year. Morning from Oregon. I saw your videos of digital art, but I was curious if you had any advice for motivation and inspiration. I've been stuck in a rut recently.
Yeah, there's a look up the video on Art Block. Should help.
Yeah. Do you say caramel or caramel? Caramel.
Caramel.
I do too. No, babushka, sit down. You're not going outside.
All right,
Should I just let her go out?
That's up to you, honey.
She's miserable inside. She's miserable outside. All right, Goober, go on. I'll let you go outside. Please come back in and don't go hiking all over the place, okay? No hiking all over the place, all right? It's not super hot yet. So this afternoon she won't be able to come.
Dolly's got dimples.
Dolly's got some big old hair too. I love that woman. Let's see. Hi from Australia. I'm not able to play the new Zelda game yet. Me and my brother share the Switch, and I have to wait till he finishes the game before I can play.
You might have a bit of a wait.
We did have a great weekend. I got my boys to come home. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I am Scott's wife. Guilty. 30 years worth. Well, 35 if you count dating. Howdy from Midwest Illinois. Hello from Texas. Hello from Myanmar. Good morning from Saskatchewan.
Good morning.
Okay. So, any tips for a beginning artist? It would really help me out.
Draw everything every day. There's actually a playlist for that.
Yeah, and Akshita, that's the same thing for you. Akshita's starting sketching right now. So they wanted to know if there was anything to try. Did you ever use ink in your drawing?
Oh, yeah. Well, not in a drawing. I only use ink when I do my watercolors.
Mm-hmm. These are pencil sketches on Monday now. If you come back on Wednesday and watch him on Wednesday for Watercolor Wednesday.
A lot of you guys have asked me to show you the process of the drawing. And I can't do the drawing and the inking and the watercolors all in 90 minutes. So this is just easier for me to do this so you guys could see, how I do the circle and the shape of the head, and here's the center part for the eyes, and you guys can watch it a little better, I think.
Yeah, you can watch it come together. Jamie Brown is here. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning.
Scott studied illustration at the Academy of Art in San Francisco. They would like to see the reference photo.
There you go.
Do you ever have a problem that your desk is so messy when you go to draw something that you can't even find a pencil?
Yep.
Every day
of his life. Pretty much every day, yeah.
Yeah, I'm skipping around in the chat, so I apologize if I missed your question. Rithwick, just put it in again, okay? What kind of sketchbook are you using right now, babe?
I'm using the Strathmore 400 tanned paper that should be in our art supplies list.
Yeah. Bethany, is it in the art supply list, this sketchbook? I love your art space. It's really nice, and I like how you have everything you need for drawing there.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. It really makes it comfortable.
Oh, Bubbly Art says, my school has an overnight trip, so I might not be able to join a few future streams. Just wanted to stop by and say hello to you and Donna.
Oh, thank you. We hope you have a safe trip.
And I hope it's fun. I hope you get to have a fun time. Wow. Ryan says, good morning from British Columbia, Canada. We are hotter than California this weekend, and today doesn't seem to be trending different. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Global warming, people. Global warming.
I don't think they call it global warming anymore, honey.
Climate change. Are you seeing the live chat? Okay, so Scott is not watching the live chat. I read the chat to him because he can't draw and look at the photo reference and read the live chat at the same time. So I read that for him. And yes, I am his wife of 30 years. Poor guy.
Dolly liked her lashes too.
Oh, she has amazing lashes. Amazing lashes. She's just always so happy though. Like she's the first one to go. Like I based my look on being on drag queens and you know and all that. And she's just, I love her. I love how eccentric she is. I just love it. I also love that she's been married to her husband for like over 50 years. And he hates the spotlight so much that he doesn't go with her to very, very, very few things, like ever. It just reminds me of you. Like if I was like, you know, out there in the spotlight and you were like, well, you really don't like being in the spotlight at all. But you do it anyway. Steph Nerd is here. Hi, Steph. How you doing?
Hey,
Good morning. Remind me to send you a picture of what I got for Mother's Day. I got a notebook and a bottle of ink. It was so exciting. So where are we? Let me go down to the chat here. Wanted to draw during your live, but I'm stuck cleaning.
Oh.
I am left-handed. Will it affect my drawing at all? And if so, how can I help the problem?
Nope, not at all. Art is an equal opportunity thing. Drawing left-handed is no different than drawing right-handed. It's not like handwriting, people.
Is Temu a good website to buy art supplies? They wanted us to do some stuff with them, and I looked at some of their art supplies, and I'm going to say they don't look great, but if you're a beginner, just from looking at them, I passed on working with them, but because I know Scott would not like the quality of their supplies. But again, if you're a beginner and you want to try something, it's worth trying maybe, as long as you don't spend a lot of money on it. I really like the way you outline with the white pencils.
Oh, thank you.
I just got all your stickers. I really love them. Thanks for making such beautiful art.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope you like them.
Let's see. Dolly Parton is my queen. I know she's just wonderful, isn't she? Art supplies here in India are kind of expensive, particularly colored pencils, colored markers, etc. Any suggestions?
Watercolors are very cheap to make, so they should be a little easier to work with. I would try that. Just try to get some decent paper.
I'm going to say a happy belated Mother's Day to all of our mom friends on here. Friends who mother, friends who want to be mothers. All of you. Everybody. Have you played the new Fallout? Have you ever played Fallout New Vegas?
No, I've never played Fallout. I'm not really into post-apocalyptic stuff.
A bit of a silly question, but are you excited to ink Dolly's hair?
I'm not going to be inking it, but I'm excited to draw it.
Yeah, the notebook Bethany added last week or so. So the notebook is in there. So if you guys want to know the art supplies that Scott uses, go to the website, our website, savaart.com, and you can check out the supply list. There's two lists: supplies that Scott uses and supplies that he's tried. Let's see. Please, I'm a big fan of your videos, but what sketchbook did you use? Okay, so this sketchbook is a Strathmore
400 series.
But the one he uses for watercolor is a Be Creative sketchbook.
B spelled like a bumblebee.
Yes.
Pencil sharpener.
Scott is drawing Dolly Parton, and she was requested by numerous people. So that is why he is drawing her. I love drawing, but put all my art experience points into music, living the drawing vicariously through you.
Oh, that's great. Music is amazing.
I don't think you have a favorite cheese, do you?
I don't like cheese, no.
He's not a cheese guy. I love cheese. I'm going on a big trip to America this summer and debating whether I should invest in a Winsor & Newton travel kit, although I'm still a beginner when it comes to watercolor. Any thoughts?
They have a $25 kit with the Cotman watercolors. That might be a good compromise. It's the exact same kit as mine. It just has the student brand paints in it.
Yep. What do you consider a drawing and what do you consider a sketch? Good question.
I think it's the intent and the amount of time that you spend on it. I have drawings that are very rough and I have sketches that are very detailed. I think it's just kind of I think a drawing is something you might hang up. A sketch is something that you just kind of keep in a sketchbook.
Would you consider the thumbnails that you do rough sketches?
Yeah, or just thumbnails.
Okay.
I mean, there's no right or wrong way to categorize these things. It's just I think when you like, some people will say I did a drawing and it's something that they did, but lots of times when someone said they did a drawing, it's usually like I would probably call these drawings, and I would consider something in this little sketchbook
a sketch.
Though these are draw everything every day, and so I did do these, over what? 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. So it really, I think it's the intent is what you call it. So like, it's like saying, I spent a drawing, I think, is something you spend a little more time on. A sketch is something you spend less time on. How it comes out could be identical. Sometimes you just get lucky with a sketch and you're like, wow, that actually came out pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think a drawing, you might keep working at it till it looks good.
Let's see. What are your opinions on Pop-Tarts? I just got them from my sister and I have never eaten one before.
I've never really got into them.
I love Pop-Tarts with the frosting on top. They're terrible for you.
Yeah, I don't know if they're the best thing.
They're not healthy.
Health-wise,
but they're so good. Oh my God, they're so good. Especially with the frosting on top. And strawberry is the best flavor. Fight me on it. Any tips for drawing without reference?
To draw without...
Don't do it?
No, I mean, there's so many amazing artists who do it all the time. To draw without reference, you really should have had the experience of drawing with reference first. So I wouldn't draw without reference until I felt like I've drawn enough of the world around me to know what I'm doing. So just, you can mix and match. You can draw sometimes from your imagination, draw sometimes from reference, or real life.
If you could pick, this is just me, right now, what would you say your favorite thing to draw would be right now? Do you prefer going out and doing stuff in your travel journal? Do you like coming up with a design for a painting like those thumbnails you did last week? Coming up with ideas for things? Or what would be your favorite type of thing to draw or paint right now?
Sorry.
Okay.
I still feel like I like drawing hair and I like the Art Nouveau kind of stuff, but you kind of get tired of it after a while. And I don't like to draw the same thing over and over and over again.
He does not. I can attest to that.
So I think having like places to see and draw is interesting because it's different every time. But honestly, I go back and forth between. I'm also getting a little burnt out because I've been drawing every day for 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's 1,000 drawings that I've done easily.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And so it's a lot. You really get burnt out, and you kind of want to do something else. So I'm may not be in the best state of mind to say one thing or another.
Let's see. Good afternoon from Britain. Just wanted to let you know I'm actually drawing with you right now.
Oh, great.
Please tell some of the primary art supplies.
I have a list of all of my art supplies on my website.
We do indeed have them on the website. And Blick is in the chat. Good morning,
Hey,
Blick. How are you today? Maybe we'll have Blick answer this question. Blick, what would you consider some of the primary art supplies? Maybe try for a beginner. Let's go there. Would you like to try a new style of drawing?
I always want to try something new because I get bored of what I'm doing pretty quickly. And so, I wasn't doing this before, a month or so ago. And I just, I started to get bored of the ink and the watercolors and everything. And then every once in a while I'll do gouache and, I really am. And I think this is why I've never really kind of made it as an artist, is because I don't stick with one thing. I did colored pencils, I did digital, I did,
Am I Scott's manager? I love you guys. I love your questions. It's so funny.
She manages to tolerate me.
Oh, God. I could say that right back at you, okay? No, we are husband and wife. And he can't read the chat, so I read the chat for him. But we are also...
Okay, for the record, I can read.
No, but you can't read and draw at the same time.
Yeah, I just can't do both at the same time. Yeah.
Sorry, he can read. Yes, that's correct. But it's just easier if I read for him. So you guys are so funny. Yeah. So, but we're also business partners. So we've been doing this for a good long time. Scott, yes, Scott's hands are hairy. The bracelets he got on different trips that we were on. Do you want to tell where you got them?
Oh, this was Venice, Italy. This was our 30th anniversary at Disney World. This one was in Utah. This one was our 25th anniversary in Kauai. And this one was from Valencia, Spain.
Scott has Prismacolor colored pencils. What is your favorite video game?
Zelda right now.
Have you ever drawn WWE wrestlers?
No, never really got into that.
Your art is very good, and the shading you have is the best.
Thank
you for making these videos. It keeps me calm.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, all of our friends whose names are in blue with the little wrench next to them are mods, and they are our friends in real life. What's your favorite movie?
The Princess Bride.
Can you draw Greek gods? I think your style would be perfect for them.
Yeah, I might one day. I like the idea of that.
What is the best sketchbook for markers?
I like the Ohuhu sketchbooks.
And there should be a code for, I think, 10% off on our website. They give us a code for you guys. I have done colored pencils and alcohol markers, but how do I start with watercolors? I'm really bad at that.
There are several websites, several playlists and videos on watercolors.
And you can check those out.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of art?
Finishing a piece.
How much is the good Winsor & Newton kit?
I didn't get a kit. I bought them individually, and you can see there's a link to all of the ones that I use on the website. There's 12 colors that I use. I think Donna added up all of my art supplies, and it was like maybe $150 at Blick.
No, it was almost $200. It was $190. Actually, wait, I have it in here. $198.56.
If you were to buy all of the supplies.
The colors individually, the Be Creative sketchbook, the tape, the zebra brush pens, the pencils, the travel brushes, the kneaded eraser, everything. The palette, all of that. All the stuff that's on his desk was $198.56. Woohoo! Right there in the notebook. Good thing I keep it all in a notebook.
Your handy dandy notebook.
Can you please make a video teaching your wife to draw, or can she draw already? You just want to see chaos. Your name is not.
If I have the patience.
Your name is not
like
agony for a reason. He tried to teach me how to play golf. Okay.
I tried to teach them her and the boys how to draw.
No, it didn't
we
work
tried
well.
the grid method. We tried to draw everything every day, and no one wanted anything to do with it.
I think a lot of times when you're surrounded by greatness, it is difficult to try something like that because it's very intimidating being around you, at least for me. But I find that I really love journaling. I do have a paint by number that I am working on that I haven't touched in a while, but I want to get back to. And I do like writing. Is the premium 50 watercolor paint palette from Grabby good, or would something else be better?
I think the Grabby stuff was okay.
As a beginner set.
Yeah, as a beginner set. It depends on what your level is.
Mm-hmm. The Grabby stuff would be good for beginners. And Ryan, I think if you go with that kit, I want to say, Bethany, do you know, or does one of the mods, do you guys know the price of the professional Winsor & Newton kit? Because I know the other one is around, the Cotman is around $25. Or maybe it's $30 for the Cotman set. But the professional kit, I don't have a price on that one. Most inspiring fictional character to you?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Most inspiring fictional character.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh, Nixie is here. Hi.
Hey.
Good morning, friend.
Pencil sharpener.
Oh, boy. How did the meeting go on Friday?
Oh, it's same old, same old. We'll see what happens. But people were very nice.
Have you ever tried Brewstro colored pencils?
I have not.
Let's see. Liv sent you a tip and says, I can't wait to see Dolly's beautiful curls all finished. Love your stuff.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's so sweet. Not necessary, but very sweet. Have you tried drawing large snakes?
I don't think I have.
Blick says primary supplies, pencils, paper, and kneaded erasers. Gouache and transparent watercolor can teach everything you need to know about color. Vellum Bristol board if you want. One heavy support for wet and dry. Lovely.
Good advice.
That is very good advice. Thank you. What is your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now? It is...
I know I have to look too.
I go to liked songs. Center of the Sun by Conjure One.
And mine would be, let me find it. Mine is Man on the Moon by Alan Walker.
I don't know who that is.
That is a recommendation from your son.
Oh, no. It means it's country music.
It is not country music. It is not. I'm drinking the Harrods Knightsbridge blend, which used to be called the Strong Breakfast blend. Scott has drawn anime in the past. He does not have a favorite Dolly Parton song. Bethany has got a channel, and if you have oil paint questions, definitely you need to check out her channel. She's done some great videos on palette knives and swatching colors and prepping canvases. Really, really, I've been watching her videos and I don't do oil paints at all, but I love her videos and I love how she does that. Teaching people how to draw that don't care sounds very much like grade 8 art, says Ryan. Oh, God. Have you ever tried to make paper mache, sculpting, etc.?
No.
I do believe we have a Santa in the chat.
Hey, Santa.
Good morning, friend. How are you?
So I was trying to follow the photo reference, and I realized that I'll probably need to just draw hair kind of in the general direction of what her reference is, but do it more in my style because it was starting to get a little weird.
It is approximately $75, $76 for the professional set of the Winsor & Newton, the travel set. That's going to be with the materials that come in it. So the paints that come in there. Okay.
Yeah, I would recommend the $25 set and then just put in
the paints that you want.
Yeah, put in the paints that you want. But if
you can buy the little pans too separately.
Yeah, if you've never painted before, then just do the generic, the paints that come with it. But
or if you've never painted before, try the all-in-one, like the Grabby set or something.
Or the Mia one we tried last week too.
Right,
yeah.
Something very, very cheap to see if you like painting, because you might not like painting.
Also, the paper is going to make such a huge difference.
Yes.
So make sure you get good paper.
Yes. You don't have to buy the Arches paper, but at least buy watercolor paper. Yeah, don't buy the Arches paper if you're just starting out. That's too expensive. Even I cringe when Scott buys Arches paper. Do you have a part-time job? Don't need to answer if it's too personal.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, I get part-time jobs writing and directing, stuff for animation. So I will do that from time to time.
I'm a huge fan, and I'm 8, and I am an anime artist, and I also make nature paintings.
Oh, fantastic.
Good for you.
Welcome.
Okay, the answer to what you should draw anytime is a red panda. Seriously.
Draw everything every day.
Mm-hmm. But mostly red pandas. I am 10 years old, and just because of you, I'm about to pull out a sketchbook and doodle along. I love your videos.
Oh,
also,
great.
do you have any tips for developing your art style? Love from India.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, there are. There's a video on My Art is a Mosaic, and it talks about just taking your favorite artists and taking a little bit of that. It's called Stealing Like an Artist. I think there's also a video on that too. But yeah, you can really learn a lot, and you get your style by taking the things from other artists that you like. I would do that.
Can I just shout out to how awesome our mods are? Because I was talking about it, and then Steph Nerd posted the link in the chat for the Winsor & Newton set. You guys are awesome. We love you. Thank you. All right. So how do your kids feel about you guys being famous on TikTok and YouTube? They hate it. They want nothing to do with it. They roll their eyes, and they don't let me post pictures of them anymore. Oh, God. My younger sister would like to know why you like painting.
I think it's just I've always liked making art, and it's just a way for me to just kind of express myself a little bit. I don't do it for fortune and fame, that's for sure. It's just something I do. It's just it's a talent that I have, and something that makes me feel good about myself. And
You want to share it with the world.
Yeah.
But mostly your wife, who has beautiful paintings on the walls all over the house. Okay, Jonathan Halls. My daughter is hugely into art, and I'm doing my best to support her interest. Any suggestions to help her learn more? Can we just say, first of all, you are an amazing dad. And now I will turn it over to Scott. Thank you for supporting her with art, because that is so important.
That's all they need, is just to know that they can try and fail, and that they'll have you there to hold them up. Because there's a lot of failing. There's a lot of self-doubt with art. There's a lot of rejection. And so I think emotional support is more important than anything. Let them, give them encourage them to try. Encourage them to take those leaps. Don't let them, talk themselves out of trying a new medium or a different art style, or a chance to work with somebody or a company or something like that. I would do that. Other than that, I would just get them a sketchbook and have them fill it out, have them sketch something every day. Just have them draw the world around them, check in on them, ask them if they've been sketching, ask them if they, what they've drawn. If you want to, you can take them places.
Yeah, museums.
Museums. Let them see other art. Have them copy the art that they see, or buildings, or cars, or whatever. Don't let them draw solely from their imagination. Let them draw the world around them.
Yeah,
that'll improve their skills, their observational skills.
Okay, so for the first drawing that Scott ever did, look for the video that says My Art Over 40 Years, and you'll see his original drawings from when he was a kid all the way through now. You okay?
Yeah, just something's in my throat.
You want some water?
No, okay.
Okay. Every time I enter an art store, I say I will only stay for a few minutes, but spend an hour. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's very accurate, actually. Very, very accurate.
Just like Weird Al's hair, I think I might be doing this for a while. So,
what's your favorite character from Animal Crackers?
Bullet Man. Sorry, Donna.
Really?
Blow dryer. I'm sorry, blow dryer. Pencil sharpener.
Santa, I hope Mrs. Claus had a wonderful Mother's Day, and I hope the elves treated her very, very well.
Gosh.
We did draw an octopus, Vilko. Look back at October last year. Do you love painting in a big size or a small size?
Both. I think when I do small, I can do... Sometimes you just want to just kind of get something done. Other times you want to paint something big. I look at it kind of like food. Some days you're in the mood for something, spicy. Some days you're in the mood for something a little bit more homey. And these are just making art for me as a mood. And that's why I never understood people who do the same art
over and over
again for the rest of their lives. How do they not get bored of that?
Some people like repetitive. It's comforting.
Yeah, I guess.
You live with someone like that? Repetitive is comforting to some people.
I'm not looking down on it. I'm just.
Vilko says, we are going to Rome, Italy in the summer, and so excited. I think I am going to draw so much in their travel journal. Woohoo!
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
You're lucky. I want to go to Rome. Scott, have you ever used oil paints in your art before?
I only tried oil paints in high school, and
100 years ago.
Yeah, so I just never tried it again, and I think a lot of that has to do with how long it takes for oil paints to dry. And you
can't just blow dry an oil paint.
Yeah, and I know that there are mediums to speed it up the process or whatever, but I think that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
Doesn't really interest me.
Have you ever tried drawing with your left hand?
I did it for a video, and it was really funny.
Bethany,
Pencil sharpener.
how long have you been friends with Scott and Donna? Not long enough.
We met everybody here on TikTok.
We did.
So,
couple 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I joined TikTok in 2020. So,
any tips for spending too much on art supplies? No tips.
You want to know how to spend too much money on?
We can tell you how to spend money on art supplies.
No, there's. I think one thing that you need to do is if you're just starting out, you are going to spend more money. I don't spend that much money on art supplies because I have so many art supplies.
You are so full of it.
Of art supplies, yeah. But I am just...
Every time we go to the art store, we don't leave there for less than $50.
I understand that.
Ooh,
That's
look,
not a lot of money.
There's more paper, honey. I want to try this pad of paper.
Okay. So anyways, we're trying to help somebody out. This is a serious situation.
You're so full of it. Oh my god.
The point is that you're going to have to build up the amount of art supplies. I don't have pencils. I got to get pencils. I got to get paper. Oh, I need a ruler. Oh, I need scissors. Oh, I need an X-Acto knife. I need, and you start to collect these things.
Also known as we can't help you.
No, but you do get to a point.
After 54 years, you will get to a point to where you can go to the drawer and pull out the exact stencil you need, or the compass, or the protractor, or the whatever.
At that point, you are just replenishing. Once you have everything, then you just. But it's like if you were going to become a musician, and it's like, okay, I've got to get a guitar, and I've got to get an amp, and I've got to get the chords, and I've got to get the strings, and you're just going to have to buy that stuff. Then after that, then you're just replacing the stuff that either breaks or wears out, and that's just where you might be at.
Okay, Kat says, thank you so much for making these amazing videos.
Oh, thank you.
JXX Sketches says, I already have many art supplies. Well, then you know what we're talking about. Have you ever drawn Ozzy Osbourne?
I have not.
Yeah.
Donna worked with him. Donna hung out with him and his wife, and they
are exactly how you'd figure they would be. Exactly.
This was back in the 90s.
Yep, it was back in the 90s.
So my friend Dave is a huge Ozzy fan, and so she got him assigned. Was it the graphic novel? Yeah,
it was a graphic novel we were working on. Signed. Yeah.
No, I never did draw him.
His wife is exactly how you'd picture her being. Do you ever listen to Dolly Parton? If so, what's your favorite song?
I have not. I really don't. I live in Nashville. I love Dolly Parton as a person.
Yeah, she's
but
amazing.
I've just never gotten into country music, and I know her from like movies, like 9 to 5 and whatnot, but I'm just not.
Have you ever tried drawing on fabric?
I've drawn on my jean jacket. I drew Batman on my jean jacket.
Yeah, he did actually, which is really cool. No one ever mentions anything about your jean jacket. They always talk about Esmeralda, but they never talk about your jean jacket.
Oh, they don't see it much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a faded thing.
Santa says you've known me your whole life. We have. From which country are your audience mostly from?
America first, India second.
And then I think it's the UK.
The UK and Canada after that.
Yeah. Ryan Kim says, I just want to thank you for always making your videos. I could always go back to your videos and art every day whenever I feel down, especially with some people in my life leaving. Much love.
Oh. Well, thank you. Thank you. And
how has the current writer's strike affected your animation projects that are in the wings?
Not at all. Not at all.
Funding is the thing that affects our projects.
Like for me, I write all of my screenplays, so and they're all written.
Yeah.
So it's like I had that meeting last Friday that I had to leave early, and it came up, and they asked me, they're like, "Is the writer's strike going to affect you?" No, I already wrote the script. I wrote the script years ago, and it's like, oh, okay, and. I'm not in the guild or anything, and I support the strike. It's just, it doesn't affect me at all.
Nope. We never joined. It is expensive to be in those, the Writers Guild, Producers Guild, and SAG.
I'm not a fan
It is expensive to be. Well, I know you're not a fan. However, they are fighting for what's right.
I understand the importance of unions. I've just never been a fan of them just because I don't like... there's something about I like when people are like, hey, we've got to band together in solidarity to help one another. That's great. I don't like you've got to do this and we've got to do that. So there's that authoritarian thing, like when it becomes that's when it starts to irk me. And
well, yes and no. I will say I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, there is so much corporate greed and so much disproportionate allocation of wealth in this country that I will fight on the side of unions every single solitary time.
I know.
Because, and one of the biggest holdouts is Netflix, because they refuse to pay residuals to the writers in this strike issue. And Netflix is worth billions of dollars. And all these corporations do is do stock buybacks and pay their shareholders residuals. And they don't care that they're making all this money on the backs of these writers. They wouldn't have content if it wasn't for the writers. It's like YouTube or TikTok or any of these platforms. They wouldn't have content if it wasn't for the creators. And yet, here we sit, and they are trickling away from paying creators, and it's irritating.
Darn.
Anyway, you opened up a little small can of worms there. Forgotten Doggo says, I've been told you take 90 minutes to make an amazing piece while I take 4 hours. Please, we are not, Steph Nerd was right. We are not going to compare. We are not going to compare how long it takes. We sit here for 90 minutes because that's as long as Scott can stand up before his back and his feet start to hurt.
She says we sit here. She's sitting, I'm standing.
Exactly. I sit on a chair. He stands the whole time.
Yeah, but like with Weird Al, I think I spent an extra 20 minutes just finishing up the hair. I don't think I finished this piece 100%. I might have.
You went back and finished it
and I don't
afterwards.
think I'm going to finish the hair here. I mean, there's a lot of hair, and then I'm still going to come in with the white.
Also, you noodle the hair because you love hair.
I do. But don't look at how much time I'm spending. No. And the other thing is, all I am doing here, I'm not doing anything creative. All I am doing here is copying a photo. That's all I'm doing. So when I do something like... this is
a black cherry colored pencil,
which
for everybody.
I think I did in 90 minutes. I still spent probably 45 minutes beforehand
sketching it out,
planning it out, getting maybe 2 hours if you think about getting the photo reference, thinking about what I wanted to do, everything. And then I spent 90 minutes because it was already penciled, and then I spent 90 minutes doing that. So you're only seeing a portion of what goes into these things. And so when I do these sketches, these are 90 minutes because of just finding a photo. And even again, factor in, I've got to find the photos for these. And that might take me 20, 30 minutes sometimes just to find the right photo, deciding who I'm going to draw. So, you're only seeing 90 minutes of this. And then when I do the short, you're only seeing it in 1 minute, all of that put into a little short. I'll spend 2 hours easily researching Dolly Parton songs, writing a script, editing the video, doing the closed captioning, getting the music, all of that. I've got to sort through 90 minutes of video to put in here. So
and the downloads of the video, all of the things.
There's
a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah. So please be kind to yourself. Don't compare how long it takes me, someone who's been doing this for 50 years, to you. And remember, I'm just copying a photo.
When will you do a tutorial on clothes?
I did First of all, I don't do tutorials. I'll do a video talking about something, but I'm not going to do tutorials. But I did do some on folds. So if you go in the art hacks, you should see maybe 2 videos. Or it might be just 1 video on folds.
Scott has not animated in years, so he is not going to animate anytime soon. He does more directing and writing now.
The closest you'll see to me animating nowadays is those little paper cutouts.
And those take a lot of time.
We got a third of her hair done.
Keep going.
I should have done, you guys were talking left-handed. I should have done this side because now my hand is going to be rubbing on this and it's going to smudge it. So I'm going to get a piece of
paper
just to cover
I have one there. You want one of those? Paper towel? Okay. Let's see. Unions can be both a blessing and a curse. Correct. The last union I was in was really bad, so I get it when people don't like them. What kind of music do you both like? Anything 80s and 90s?
Yeah, there should be a playlist that you can
we have
listen to.
I'm moving on. We have a dog. She's a rescue. She's a pain in the butt.
She's somewhere out front.
She's somewhere. We don't know. Let's see. How did you pick your outfit for the videos?
How?
Yeah.
I started when we started to do animal crackers. I had to go fly to London and Spain and I was really nervous, and so I decided that I was going to try to dress up and like I'm cosplaying as somebody who knew what they were doing. And
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and so I did that, and to do that I started to go, okay, who do I want to look like? And so I took like a little bit of Brad Pitt from Fight Club, a little bit of I forgot his name, Joseph Gordon-Levitt from Inception. You know, he had the vest and everything. A little bit of Frank Sinatra. A little, like I would just take like little pieces of
shoes
of different people and different things, and then just start to build on that. And I was wearing a fedora through all of that, and but I think I like the little like newsboy cap is a little nicer.
I think it looks better on you.
It's a little more casual. And
how do I get over the fear of my art not looking good?
You just have to accept the fact that your art doesn't look good. That's what I do. I always assume that my art is not going to be as good as I want, and every once in a while you get surprised. But stop worrying about it. Just make art. Don't worry about it. It's like if you're just having a hard time with your hair and you know your hair is going to look bad, then just go, I'm going to just keep working at it and just go, I've got unruly hair. And rather than feeling bad about it, just go, that's my hair. This is your art. Your art's going to be bad for a long time, but every once in a while you're going to make a good piece of art and you're going to go, I really like this. And that's why you do it. At least that's my thoughts on it. Or a pencil sharpener.
Blow dryer. You're funny.
Well, come on, I say that most, that's the thing I say the most.
What is this thing you say the most? Let's see. How do you draw belt buckles, holsters, like something that Han Solo would wear?
I would look at a photo and copy the photo. That's how I draw it. Like, I don't draw this stuff out of my head. I could if I needed to, but I think a lot of people want a hack to draw something rather than just looking at it. Like, I draw so many things. You guys have seen me draw so many different things, and I'd never drawn these things before. When I drew the animals from around the world,
you've never drawn a lot of those animals.
I'm drawing a, whatever it might be, a manatee. I don't have a hack on how to draw a manatee. I'm looking at a photo and I'm copying it. And I think that's the same thing that I would recommend to you is if you want to draw these buckles like Han Solo, go and get a photo of Han Solo, get a good shot of his buckles, and draw it. And that's how you're going to get better at it, and that's how you're going to learn it. But 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Go. I hope that helps, because again, you're a lot of this stuff you can figure out on your own by just doing the research and looking for that photo.
Lori asks, do you know anyone that can create custom rigging similar to what Frida Kahlo used during her years while bedridden? And we do not.
I don't, no.
But you might be able to go to Ashley Braven's YouTube or TikTok, and Ashley does a lot of things.
She might know of something.
Right. She might have something. She does a lot. She's
disabled, and she's got a lot of. She's a disabled artist, so
she's got a lot of things that she's tried.
Another person who might, I mean, they definitely could make it. I don't, but would be Max.
Oh, Max, that's true. That's true.
Do one of you have Max's Max Randolph's?
Max is on TikTok.
He's on YouTube.
Oh, he's on YouTube also. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Did your mom make you memorize Bible verses? I'm asking because in your 1 hour sketching challenge, you said you grew up in the evangelical church.
Yeah, it wasn't so much about it was reading the Bible every day. It wasn't so much about remembering Bible verses. Wasn't as important as just learning about the church and salvation and all of that.
What do you do when you get art block?
There's a website. God, I keep saying website. There's a video on that. But really, it is getting inspiration from other people, other artists, going to a museum, things like that.
Will you ever make another film?
I would like to.
My God, we hope so.
We're. I mean, I've been writing and directing and films they lose their funding and then they get canceled and so like one thing after
Hollywood
another.
is very fickle.
Yeah, yeah. So it's investors are fickle and so you just I'm constantly getting work and that's great, but
then it's constantly getting canceled.
Yeah, what happened with Animal Crackers was very unique in that we got the money. And we didn't have to deal with studios. We didn't have to deal with trying to raise more money. We had the money, so we could just go and make the movie. That's what we're looking to do again, and that's the hard thing. But the way that Hollywood works is you write a script, and then you shop it around. You try to get a studio to pick it up, and the studio goes, we like this, but we need to get some actors attached. And then they go and they try to get some actors, and the actors aren't going to come on until you have the money, but the money won't come until they have the actors, and the studios won't do anything until it's got funding. And it becomes this game of chicken. And there's people, I've heard stories of like Quentin Tarantino and how he got stuff done was he basically lied to people. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I've got, if he had to forge someone's signature or whatever, and that's...
We don't recommend that.
No, but that's the cutthroatness of Hollywood is... It's like, well, if you can get Brad Pitt, I'm in. Oh, I got Brad Pitt. Really? I want to see a signed contract.
Correct.
And then you go home and you forge a contract. Look, wow, okay, and then, you get the money. Now you got to go convince Brad Pitt to be in your movie kind of thing. And so I don't want to deal with that. I can't do the lying.
He doesn't lie well.
So, yeah. So for me.
Which is why I have ever worried about him cheating on me. He'd come home and be like, so I have to tell you something.
Oh, God.
I cheated on you, didn't
I'd have to leave the house to cheat on you.
That's the other problem. He never leaves the house. He hasn't left the house since 2000.
Jeez.
And when he does 9 times out of 10, he's with me. Oh, God. Sorry. Okay.
I like how we go from making movies to me cheating on Donna.
I know. I just thought it was funny. Yes, funny.
Yes, you did.
I do. I make myself laugh. I can't help it.
Pencil sharpener.
Okay, so Scott did a fairy in an enchanted forest for the rare videos. If you want a copy of that, You can see that at rare.org. And we have a link on our website to that. But he did do a fairy in an enchanted forest. So check that out. And if you do a donation, any donation, even $1, you can download a high-res copy of that. And if you do have the means to donate to Rare, please consider doing that. They're doing some great work with the climate. It's really awesome. Do you have any tips on how to start a comic? I want to make one. I know what the middle and end of the story are roughly going to look like, but I don't know how to start.
Get the script done. That is it's so important. I started the Dreamland Chronicles, which was my series, just with the idea and the visuals, and I got through the first chapter somehow, and then I had to kind of retcon everything once I actually started writing. Write your story down. Write down who your characters are. Write down who they are at the beginning of the film or the story, and who they are at the end of the story. You know, so they have some growth. You always say that was the
best advice you ever got.
Yeah, and just plot the whole thing out. Work all of the details out. It will make the story. The story is more important than the art. Just trust me on that, because I as an artist, I was like, no, I got this idea and I want to make it. I had the art in mind, and I just want to get going on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now
You're very verbose today. I'm cutting you off.
Okay.
Cat Bork, he says, I'm very happy on how you make such beautiful drawings and how you push yourself on finding the correct pictures and how you work hard on all your videos. I'm always keep getting motivated.
Thank you.
We are not going to show our dog because she's been in a million videos. And
if you just look at any of the recent videos, you'll see like videos. The one we were just the rare one where we went for Earth Day.
She's in those videos hiking the hills with us.
Yeah.
Soap says, happy late Mother's Day, Donna. You're like the art mom we all need. Aw, you're sweet. I just found out that you write and direct. What movies have you worked on?
The one that I did everything, wrote, direct, and produced was Animal Crackers on Netflix. And then other movies I've worked on were just like little bit parts, like Casper and stuff like that, where I was, animating and whatnot.
I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Do you?
I used to.
I'm a 14-year-old artist, and Scott has really inspired me. You've helped me find what works for me, and I want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And they love drawing hair as much as you do, and that's Love Marie.
Oh, thank you, Love Marie.
Ragdoll of Sin says, I use reference photos all the time. Lots of people love your content.
Thank you.
Please make... what was that? Something about the clock. I missed that one. Sorry, I'm all over the map today because these comments keep jumping for me, literally, and then I get lost in the comments, so I apologize. How many times do you draw?
I think I've drawn once a day for the last 3 years. That's like over 1,000.
Yeah, you've drawn so much.
Drawings.
The ability to make yourself laugh and also laugh at yourself and with your partner is one of life's true joys. It really is. It really, really is.
Until Donna goes off where she can't stop laughing at herself.
Oh, but
and
I'm
she's
so...
snorting and she's...
Oh my God, I'm so good at that though. Oh my God. I make myself laugh to the point that I'm literally falling off a chair. Bethany says, even when Scott isn't with you, he's texting or calling you. There literally is no time for cheating. This is correct because Bethany's been with me when this happens.
I try to leave you two alone when you guys are hanging out.
Yes, but you don't. That's the problem. She's not wrong. She's been there. She's got first
pencil sharpener. All right, you're being verbose. Move on.
Oh, have you ever tried abstract art?
Not intentionally.
When you say rare, do you mean Rare Gaming? No, I mean rare.org. They are a climate charity group that we worked with and did a couple videos with. It's just rare.org, and you can find them. If you go to the link on our website, you'll be able to find the link there and the artwork there. Oh my gosh. You guys are funny. Scott should sell the art he doesn't want to keep. We have a website where he sells his art.
Yeah, I'm selling the art that I don't want to keep. And even some that I do want to keep.
How do you keep moving with your art even if someone brings you down? It happens to me a lot.
It's hard. It really is. You have days where you just don't feel good enough. You have days where you just don't like your art. And the one thing I've learned is to keep making art, because you can wind up stopping. I stopped for 10 years. I didn't like my art, and for 10 years, think about that. Okay, that's as old as some of you are. Mm-hmm. It is a long time to not make art, and
You were very burnt out, and you were very unhappy.
Yeah, and so
we're working on the Mr. Clock stickers. FYI.
So, I would say don't let that happen to you. Don't let other people dictate what you do with your life. Mm-hmm. You make art because you like to make art. People are going to be mean. People are going to be horrible to you.
Everybody's going to have a comment.
They are to me. Mm-hmm. I get comments where people say my art sucks, or I'm ugly, or whatever it might be, and I'm okay with that. No one likes it, but you have to say, what's the alternative? To stop? Your art.
Well, you did stop for a while.
That's what I'm saying, and it wasn't.
But you didn't stop because of other people. You stopped because
I didn't like my art. Yeah,
right. He was just kind of done, and so you took a break. You gave yourself a break. It wasn't because somebody else.
And then I came back 10 years later, and I tried watercolor, and that really changed everything for me. But
the travel journal, I think, changed a lot for you too.
Yeah.
That helped a lot too. Lori Hurt, I put in how to spell Ashley's name in the in the chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How can you draw and answer questions at the same time? When I'm drawing and my children ask questions, they rip me out of my bubble and I cannot concentrate anymore, and I stop drawing. That is Andrea.
I am not thinking of anything right now. There's maybe very little thought to this other than I'm looking up at the photo reference and just drawing what I see. So I'm not doing anything overly creative. That's why I keep trying to remind everybody that me doing these in 90 minutes is not that. It's not a miracle or anything like that. I'm just looking at something and drawing what I see. When we were in school, we did figure drawing, and we had to do 3 hours of figure drawing every day. Yeah. And, you have a live model, and we would do 1 minute poses, 5 minute poses, 10-minute poses, 30-minute poses, hour poses. And we would draw.
They would stand there for an hour?
They'd take a break, and then come back and then find the same pose and wow. But a lot of those would be seated. You wouldn't do anything in a weird position or anything like that.
Yeah,
those are the quick
for an
ones.
hour. Yeah, but that would be too hard for the models.
You get used to drawing, and your mind kind of goes into like an automatic thing.
You're in the state, the zone.
Yeah. So I'm really not. And what I don't like about it is that it is not creative. And so you're looking at that going, wow, he's doing that, and I'm going, I'm a copy machine right now. I'm not doing anything creative. I'm just copying something. And to me, that's not...
Did you feel more creative when you were doing the thumbnails?
Yeah, that's creative. And doing stuff like the hair journal is creative. And
you loved the hair journal.
Yeah, but I think when I do stuff like the... even editing and writing... the stories and stuff. I think I feel much more creative. I'm creating something. I'm telling a story. This is copying a photo, and that's why I don't ever look down on hyperrealism or photorealism or whatever when you're drawing, so much as I say try to add something that wasn't there in the photo. Try to do something that one of my favorite artists, C.F. Payne. If you ever look up C.F. Payne.
Payne.
Yeah, here I'll show you.
I'm a little worried about her.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Bethany says 99% of the time the dog misses you.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So,
I'll be right back.
This is the cover he did for Time magazine. And you could see he does caricatures, but he's kind of like, it's kind of almost has like a Norman Rockwell kind of thing to it. He does caricatures, but he can do them very realistically. And so that's what when I say look up his work, he does these beautiful illustrations that he takes realism, but he adds his own style to it, his own character, his own unique take on things. And I think that's where that creativity comes in, where you're just not copying a photo. Pencil sharpener. I am not going to finish this hair in the next 15 minutes. But let's see. So I'm trying to find all of the shapes and how it all kind of works. And Donna is going after the dog. So Arwen has not been doing too well. She's having a hard time breathing. She has a heart condition, and there's like last night I didn't even know she was going to make it. And so she keeps, it's like, is today the day? Is today the day? She doesn't seem to be in any pain, but she's just has a hard time breathing sometimes. And so we worry that she's just going to, go out and wander, but she, poor gal, the medicine that she's on, the heart medication means that she has to be in diapers. And so she hates being in diapers. Who would want to be in diapers? So she's just, I think Donna found her because I could hear her putting the diapers on her upstairs. The one thing I did was when I do these Music Mondays, and I know you like it when I add the song names into the stories that I'm going to tell. Some musicians' song names lend themselves a little bit more to being in a story, than others. I've had a lot of requests for Melanie Martinez. And I didn't see any song names that really worked. On top of that, she's got that weird fairy look, and I didn't know if I should be drawing that or whatever. But I kind of look at some of the song names sometimes and go, can I work with this? And Dolly Parton was one that I have not been able to find too many song names that I could work with. We'll see what I can do. I don't know what kind of magic I could work, or maybe there's just not going to be a lot of song names today. All of this hair. And I didn't know this, but these are all wigs that she wears. All the hair is all wigs. And I have not been recording this. Let me do that real quick.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay, you got her?
I got her. She was laying under the tree in the big, the circle up top.
Yeah.
She was laying under the tree. Sorry, guys.
I already told him.
Oh, yeah. The farther we go into this, the more high maintenance she is. Let's see. My dog passed away a week ago and it was heartbreaking, but we knew it was the right thing to do for the pupper.
Oh,
yeah.
Our
I'm
condolences.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. That is hard. They are just your little people. Your little friends. Santa says, don't minimize your skills, Scott. What you're doing most cannot.
I appreciate that, but I think anybody can do this. It's just I've put the time into it.
Can you see... Oh, can you show us your art from about 5 years ago to see your improvement? So there's a video called My Art Over Time.
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
And that will show you Scott's art over the last, like, however many years. Scott's favorite subject in school was recess or lunch. I make a very mean chicken soup, and he loves my chicken soup.
This is what I was doing. This was my sketchbook from 2017. So this is 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And
yes, the best place to post art for us to see is the Discord.
This was before I was doing watercolors for other stuff, but mm-hmm. I wasn't doing stuff with what do you call it? In my sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
So
Travel sketchbook.
So this is just ink washes
mm-hmm.
that I was doing. And I also wasn't, you notice I wasn't doing like little comic book panels.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing whole things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this is, and I think, my drawing skills have gotten better. I think,
Yes, the paper towel is to avoid smudging. I love your art. The hair is crazy. How do you get so much detail, but also such freedom at the same time? It's so impressive. That's
thanks.
Clover.
So for hair, and I've got videos on this, but
mm-hmm.
the way I see hair like this is it's a ribbon.
And there is also a video on this.
Yeah. So it's what's happening is that like if you were to look at it, it's I'm following the line. It's going around here and then back underneath. So you're looking at the hair in sections like that, and this is going to fold over. This is the underneath now here, and so this is the top, and then see it's going back underneath. So that's now back behind there. And that's how you're looking at it. You're just drawing shapes, and then mm-hmm. you're shading the parts where it starts and the parts where it ends, and then you're leaving the middle part to kind of give it some highlights. That's really it. It's you come when you do comic books. If you look at something like how to draw comics the Marvel way, and
say goodbye to Blick. They have to leave.
Oh,
now.
Bye, Blick. Have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thanks for being here. Santa says, Val Kilmer's signature. What a journey Val has been on.
Yeah.
Let's see. I thought you were still talking, so I will go back. 2017 was 6 years ago. Yes, it was. Nixia posted who your favorite artists are, so we don't have to do that. Did you know Dolly Parton made a new book? Dolly's always doing stuff. That woman is amazing.
One of our next projects, Pet Robots, I wrote a part for Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
So did I show you guys what her character looks like?
I don't think you did. What printer do you use for your hair journal cards?
It's a company called Print Runner,
mm-hmm.
and we love them.
Mm-hmm.
They
do
great stuff.
They're out of the valley in Southern California. Mm-hmm. And Scott...
Chatsworth, isn't it?
Yeah, Chatsworth. There are artists' gloves that he can put on, but I don't think you like the feel of something like that.
Yeah, don't they look like underwear?
There is a pair that looks like underwear. That is correct. Briefs for your hands. We have an Emma here.
Hey, Emma.
How are you, friend? Tea time.
All right, let me find.
For some reason, I can't find Ashley Braven's channel. You did say she had a YouTube channel, right?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Who's Braden?
Ashley Braven.
Oh, Ashley? Yeah.
She should have a YouTube channel. What is her
Well,
TikTok?
I tag her in my video with her. Here, I'll show it to you. It's
Okay, let me go over here so I can.
Ashley Brevin, Brevin.
Oh, okay. Brevin. I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Brevin. That was totally my bad. I apologize.
I'm trying to find it here. I followed too many Ashleys.
I'm sorry. My bad. Totally my bad.
No, Bravin.
Oh my God.
There she is.
BRAVIN.
I got the video.
You got the video.
Yeah. Well, I got her account here.
Oh, there it is. Okay, great. Okay.
And then let me find.
Okay. Did you guys see it? Lori, did you see it?
You guys ready? This is Dolly Parton's character, Ruby, in our movie Pet Robots.
I know, I love her. They want to see the photo reference again.
Okay.
Why does everyone say that about artist gloves? Because there is literally a video somebody made little men's underwear briefs that go over your hands. They look like men's underwear. That's why. Because it's funny. But it's true. There's a video on that. And there's the photo reference again. Scott's favorite musician is Seal.
My wife bought me a pair of hander pants.
There you go.
These are like whitey tighties for your hands. At first, I thought these were just ridiculous, but then I realized that these are actually genius, and they're perfect for artists. Sometimes when I'm drawing with pencil or working with certain mediums, the oils in my hands can actually be problematic.
Yeah.
Every time that your hand rubs.
First thing I would have done is rip that tag off. How do you tuck that under? Pencil sharpener.
Do you know Ray Dizzle Art? She is an artist.
It does not sound familiar.
I'm from England. I love your videos. Please notice me.
I
Charlie,
notice you.
Consider yourself noticed.
And thank you.
Marcel is finally attending a live.
Welcome.
What is the best travel sketchbook you've found to use? I love my area and want to start a travel sketchbook, but unsure of what to get. That's Charla.
Well, I use watercolors, so mine's going to be biased towards watercolors, but my favorite is the Bee Creative, and that's Bee, like a bumblebee. Creative, and that is my absolute favorite.
And you can find the art supplies if you can't. You can find them on our art supply list.
Yeah, I put all of my art supplies up there.
They're all there.
I get them from Blick.
We do indeed. Boy, do we ever. I really want to draw something like Star Wars. You have just snapped so many leads today. I can't even tell. If I had a nickel for every time you snapped a pencil lead, I could fund this stupid movie myself. Anyway, Bruna really wants to draw something like Star Wars. Do you have any books that you know or an artist to be inspired from for research?
For Star Wars?
Isn't there a The Making of book?
Yeah, but they're asking for like artists that they could look at for reference. Gosh, I'm trying to think of. So hold on, let me go to the.
What about Drew? Drew Struzan.
No, but I think they're looking at conceptual artists.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Conceptual artists. I think I gotta clean this pen and try a new ink, even though I don't want to. You know?
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks. I should get the sparklies out of this pen. So
I would look to the art of... I could have never seen Kim Jong-gi. He just passed away. But he did all of this stuff out of his head. And trying to make sure that there's nothing with any nudity in it.
Yeah, because you'll get canceled. I don't want to do that.
Trying to see if he's got some sci-fi stuff somewhere.
Oh, Victoria's from Arizona is drawing a lot more because of you.
Sorry, in my head there was a lot more sci-fi stuff. Whenever I saw him drawing, it was always sci-fi kind of stuff. But I'm not seeing too many in here. I mean, stuff like this. I don't know if there is a book that you can buy with his any stuff that might be a little more sci-fi. But that might be a good person to start with. But there's, of course, a ton of great art of books that you can look at.
Oh, Ninja, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
All right, I think I'm going to have to finish the rest of this later. It's 10:30.
Let's see. Yeah, it is 10:30. Just answer this last one, and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
What do you like most about being an artist?
I like the fact that I'm bringing something new into the world. I'm creating something that wasn't there. So you start off with a blank piece of paper or whatnot. And like the same is true for like music or writing. There's nothing, and then you came up with something, and then there's something. And I think that is...
Always looks magical to me.
It's also not something that a billionaire can do. It's not something that, money can buy. You can't buy the creation of that. You can hire somebody else to do it, but
yeah,
I think there's that we look back and we remember the artists. We don't remember the millionaires and billionaires, the rich people.
Nope.
So like we'll remember Leonardo da Vinci. We'll remember Michelangelo. And their works.
David Friedrich.
Yeah. But we don't know. What was the name of the people who funded them? It was in Italy.
Medici.
Remember?
The
Medicis.
I think.
I mean, you don't ever hear people talking about them.
No.
And I think that's something to keep in mind of the importance of things. People are out there looking for wealth and
chasing that.
And I don't think money is the thing that makes our soul happy. And I don't think money is the thing that, as humanity, we're going to look back and go, wow, that. You know
what makes your soul happy? Cooking 15 quarts of spaghetti sauce and then watching your kids tear through their dinner because you haven't seen them in months and months and months.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it really is the people you surround yourself with and doing the things that makes you happy. That's really what it is. That's really it.
Yeah. That's why I make art.
Yeah. Let's see who this is. Marshmallow says sent you a tip and says your artwork is amazing and here's some money for your endeavors. You're so sweet.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
And Santa says, I really enjoyed Bethany's video on light and shadow this week. I would agree. All of you who've been asking for tips on light and shadow, please go to Bethany Primrose's channel and check out her video this week on light and shadow. She did a great job describing that. Thank you for pointing that out, Santa. And also, guys, join Santa tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Santa's going to draw live. And we were very fortunate last week that he drew a nutcracker, and it was lovely.
Yeah.
It was lovely. And Santa uses the Schminky watercolors.
Yes.
So you can see the difference between the colors that Scott uses and the colors that Santa uses. And Santa uses a bigger palette. So I highly recommend checking that out.
And remember the Schmeeky logo. Schmeeky, schmeeky. They're not stinky.
And yes, I get to live with this.
You can paint them on your pinky.
Every day. All right. We love you guys. Thanks for being here with us. And
have a great day.
We'll see you on
Wednesday.
Watercolor Wednesday. Thanks, everybody. I don't know what happened to your